What can I say except that it felt like a very important moment, especially how the Osage community embraced us telling this story, gave us the trust in our adaptation of the novel, and to have them here with us side by side to tell such a personal tragedy to their entire community was a beautiful moment. And I just took a lot of mental pictures. It was something that I'm never going to forget. We took great pride in being able to tell this story as best we could, and we were just incredibly happy that they were here with us, side by side.
And Chief?
You know, I remember us talking very early on about what Marty does so incredibly well is he's able to expose the humanity of even some of the most twisted, sinister characters you could ever imagine. He brings out the human condition in his work. We saw a few Montgomery Clift films very early on.
Yeah, The Heiress.
Yeah, The Heiress, Place in the Sun,
Yeah.
Red River. And I think the gamble was to take on this incredibly important story that really was a reckoning with our past. I mean, so much has been learned in the last few years, and this story has, much like the Tulsa massacre, has been something that people have started to learn about and started to understand as a part of our culture, as a part of our history. And it was really a throwback to, you know, great epic films of the 1940s that have at its center this very twisted, bizarre love story that we really worked very hard on. I mean, we almost went after the screenplay, all of us, from almost an anthropological perspective. Marty was there every day. We were talking to the community, trying to hear the real stories and trying to incorporate the truth as best we possibly could. And no matter what people feel about the film, I know we all did that work, and we tried our very best to pay respects to the real stories and incorporate that into the narrative.
No, deny
Don't
it.
do it.
Deny
Deny it. I deny it. Well, without question, I can only speak from a personal perspective, having grown up watching the two of them from a cinematic perspective, how it not only influenced everything that I do as an actor, the incredibly high levels of artistry that they've been able to accomplish together in that relationship not only changed me, it was the template for me. It influenced the entire generation of actors that I grew up with. And what can I say is that that Marty's perseverance and his ferocity in wanting to tell the truth about these stories, no matter how ugly, no matter how bizarre, no matter how uncomfortable, is his mastery. And his respect for cinema's history, what's been done before him, the influence of the great directors from his past that have made him the director that he is just unparalleled. He's been able to define himself as the singular director of our time, and he's continuing to make these incredible movies that tell important stories like this film. I'm, like all of you, I'm just constantly in awe of his ability to continue telling the truth the way he does with his characters and